Welcome to Talk to Us. Our topic for today is environmental problems, specifically climate change and the associated effects. Do you know what climate change is all about?
Yes, I think about the rise in temperatures,
The rise in temperatures,
droughts,
droughts.
strong storms.
hmm
Like we have here this spring we have a great drought and a high temperature, but it's not usually normal for this season here.
And what are some things that we can do to help with climate change to sort of prevent it from disturbing the natural way of
Okay,
life?
I think the government should reduce the pollution, as they are talking about, and the factories have to change some device too, and people have to be more careful about the Earth, the planet Earth.
Right. So you think that a lot of responsibility is on the government?
I think so. I think so.
What we can do, what can we do to combat or to fight against these environmental problems?
Okay. I think this concerns more of the developed world, the first world, especially China and the United States and the majority of the European countries. I think so. Especially, I heard that the Chinese people, they garner more than 70% of their energy from coal. They burn coal,
Right.
and this creates a mess in the environment. They can't even see a person 2 meters apart. I heard this, and it's difficult, so they have to cut off their coal consumption. And the developed world, like the U.S., Canada, and the European countries, have to work on this, and they also have to, give some money to the third world nations to compromise and to benefit them. I think that will solve a lot of problems. Yeah.
I wrote a couple of stories about how some countries like Uganda and Colombia they're reusing their plastic waste to help the environment. So instead of having that plastic waste go to a landfill and just sit there, and they're reusing it so that it becomes a useful product. What do you think are some things that we can do like that to kind of help the natural environment, other than the governments doing their thing with pollution?
It's a very good point. I never heard of those things you mentioned in South Korea, Uganda, or Colombia. I think I'll be interested to read that on the internet. But apart from blaming the governments concerning the environmental pollutions, I think we have to work on these things too. For instance, the company I work for is called the Ethiopian Roads Authority, and sometimes we go out to the field to plant new trees.
Nice.
We care about the environment, so every individual is given a very miniature, I don't know what you call it, a small plant. You take it to the field, to the forest, and you plant there by your name, and you water it, you protect it. So starting from these simple tasks, you can protect the environment, and you can also teach university students about recycling. You can also give awareness to the people, because everybody's removing their wastes, and they're burning it, they're polluting the environment. So by giving awareness and putting some things into action, you can actually protect your environment.
So today we are talking about environmental problems.
Okay,
So
good.
So what do you think about things like climate change? I'm sure you've heard this term, climate change. What do you think is the cause of climate change?
cause of climate change, I think it's polluted area, pollution. It's I think it's big problem in especially in Pakistan. They use CNG and sometimes diesel. It's not good for environment, I think. If we use petrol, but as you know, petrol its prices is so high, so a normal person can't afford this. But nowadays it decrease.
Right.